Have you ever posted something and later regret making that post? Or have you ever had a conversation with somebody or vent pretty much to this person and end up thinking later down the line that you said too much? And the same rule can apply to posting too. Like whenever you're making a post, you can later realize that maybe I shouldn't have posted that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. No, it can be anything. It can be as simple as a family vacation, pictures of going out on a date, anything. It can be anything. And for some reason, you end up wanting to delete the post or wish you never had posted it, or say whatever you are saying to the person you're talking to and realize that I said too much. And it just, you shouldn't have to tell everybody everything, or you shouldn't have to tell anybody anything. If you can keep if you can keep to yourself for a majority of the things that you do, your downs, your ups. And I don't want to make this video sound like my word is law. That's not the point of this. It's giving my input on this topic of keeping it to yourself. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative or positive or whatever. But I don't remember exactly where I got this idea from. But it was a couple YouTube videos, and I guess it was also just a habit that I grew into, because sometimes, like when I'm talking to certain people, not even certain people, but sometimes when I'm talking to people in general, I realize like, oh, I said too much. And I'm not the type of person to have any regrets or anything like that. It's just whenever I'm done having a conversation, not almost all the time, but I would say 60% of the time, I always think to myself, why does this person have to know? And for the most part, they don't. They don't have to know anything that I, say, because it's pointless, really, unless it's something that, can help me or the person out. But and I say the person because I've had so many different conversations with different people and realized this, like, you're saying stuff that you don't really need to be saying. And whenever you do start whenever you do stop telling like your business everywhere, to everyone, posting it and telling everybody or just people in general, I don't know about you guys, but for me it feels good, because like no one really cares what you post or not. But whenever you don't do it, they also don't care, or shouldn't. Well, I guess it depends on the type of person you are. And I know I'm like switching between posting whatever on any like social media and talking, but I would say for the average person, if you don't post like daily about what you're doing and whatnot, people aren't really gonna care. Just as if you do post they really aren't going to care either. Maybe unless it's like your family or something of that nature, but or someone that cares about you, friends and family. But this type of thing is most dangerous whenever you're under emotional distress because you can't really think rationally already. So whenever things like that happen, you tend to do irrational things that you wouldn't do if you could think straight. And in turn, do things you wish you didn't do, or just revise on what you did. Because whenever you guys like are venting or I don't know, talking to people about your problems, does it ever cross your mind that uh, your problems are valuable? Whatever you're going through is valuable, but does it ever cross your mind that whatever the person you're talking to problems like outweigh that? And I remember having a conversation with somebody and it was like don't don't feel bad about like talking about your problems because we all have problems regardless of if my situation's been worse than yours. Like that's just how it is. But whenever like I'm saying, whenever you are talking to someone or posting anything about an issue you're very stressed out or whatever, how do you think the people that are having it potentially worse feel? And if you don't even think about that, then I guess the question doesn't really apply to you, but still, if if it does apply to you, I'm not really sure where I'm going with this specific segment, but it also aligns with the video of just keeping things to yourself. Now that I guess that doesn't mean if you really need help and you feel like you don't have anybody to reach out to you, at least try, like I guess try to reach out to people, because if no one reaches out to you, then it might just stay like that unless you reach out first. But I think I'm going to end the video here. I don't really like to make longer videos anyways, and I kind of like these style of videos to begin with, so